I'm Libby from Libby's Keto Network. I wanted to stop in and say happy Thanksgiving and to give you 3 ways that you can be keto this Thursday. Number 1, on this day of amazing food, you can be 100% keto. You can find all the replacements that you need to enjoy the foods that you love on Thanksgiving. I personally last year had 100% keto. Everything was keto last year. And guess what? I actually lost weight over the weekend. I came out of the Thanksgiving weekend weighing less than I did going in. And I felt great. I had the energy to do what I wanted to do. I enjoyed the whole weekend. I didn't have to sleep it away. And so it was a great Thanksgiving. I encourage you to think about doing optimal keto because you'll feel better. It won't stall where you are. You won't run the danger of running amok on your keto journey, but you'll stay clean and you'll stay consistent. You'll have all the energy you need to be in there with your family. Although I will tell you, I am a little concerned if you have a big family and they're not keto and you are, I would make sure the whole thing about who's cleaning up after the dinner is well prepared in advance because you're going to have energy and they're going to think you should clean the dishes. So something to think about. Number 2 way for you to be keto this Thanksgiving, and that is to make Thanksgiving a cheat meal. Now I said cheat meal. I did not say cheat day. I did not say cheat weekend or week, okay, but just a day. For some of you on your journey, doing a cheat meal, actually some of you use cheat meals all the time. I personally have just never found the need to do that consistently. But you know, on special events and special occasions, having a cheat meal is something that I actually have done myself. But the thing about cheat meals that you just really need to be thinking about is what is that cheat meal going to look like in regards to where you are in your food journey and your addiction to food. Will it be a slippery slope? I can't tell you. Only you can choose that. Only you know that. So be careful, but make it a cheat meal if you'd like. Now, here's one thing to think about, or a couple things to think about actually. Number 1, I probably wouldn't do a fatty coffee that morning. I personally, if I was going to do that, I would think of almost it being a 1 meal a day type of thing. And then I would exercise before and maybe after. Not crazy exercise, but take a walk. Burn off some of those carbs, especially after dinner. And I think you'll be a lot better for it. The number 3 way to be keto this Thanksgiving, and this is the one that might surprise many of you, and I'm sure I'll hear from some people. Eat whatever you want. Just eat. Because, you know, the thing is if you're keto and you've now are living this lifestyle and this is a way of eating, then it is a way of eating. And one day, although you will come out of ketosis, no doubt, okay, it's how you eat. It's who you are. So you just be keto on Friday. Now, that brings me to something. You do need to have a plan. So the first thing is, and this is really the heart of this video, you have a choice. And you know what? It's pretty cool that we have a choice now because I don't know that I know I did, but I didn't feel like I had a choice back when I wasn't keto. I felt like, well, I just eat all that stuffing and then I eat the whole pan of stuffing and then I eat the pumpkin pie and then I eat it the next day. And I was just taking them back, I was just taken along for a ride by the food. When you're keto, those kind of psychological and physiological ties to food, that's one of the advantages of keto. It goes away. So you have a choice. And I'm going to ask you, as someone who has decided to do the keto way of eating, that you make a choice, because you can choose. You can either be 100% keto, you can make it a cheat meal, or you can eat whatever you want. It's your choice. That is a power that you have in your hand. But with all of those choices comes a need to plan. Now, obviously, if you're 100%, no big deal. You just keep on going, doing your thing. Make sure you take care of all the leftovers. If friends and family brought the bad sweets into the house, you didn't eat them, but just make sure someone takes them away, okay? If you're going to make it a cheat meal, make sure it's just a meal. And then have a plan. The plan is I'm going to go take a walk after I have that cheat meal. I am going to make sure I have my electrolytes that day, and I'm going to make sure that there are no leftovers of those foods in the house. Send them away. Okay, so that's your plan. Now, if you choose to eat whatever you want, you better have a good plan. You better have a great plan for Friday, a great plan for Saturday, a great plan for Sunday, because in reality, you're going to have to start from somewhat from scratch. So have a really, really good food plan. Know what you're going to do. And I would also encourage you that for the whole next week that you've already pre-planned all your food, because it may be too easy for you to slide away farther and farther away from keto. But even in that, you have a choice, right? So choose and plan. That is the key to how you eat every day, whether you're in ketosis 100% or you've had a cheat meal and you're out of ketosis. It's up to you to make these choices, and it's up to you to make the plans to ensure that you continue to walk in a ketogenic lifestyle. Because remember, it is a journey. And even if you have a cheat meal or a cheat day, you're still on the journey. It's not like you haven't you're all of a sudden non-keto. No, you're keto. You just aren't in ketosis. So, I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. Have a great time with your family and friends. Give thanks for all the many blessings that you have. Love you guys.